Tip it off, yo, we going coast to coast. Give me the rock, tick tock, get the buzzer, it goes. Burst to the rack, flush it down like that. Bring it in the paint, watch me swat it back. I'm giving y'all delight when I take my flight. Go on.
It's the Highlight Zone with Dave Ciseski.
Show me the highlights.
Hey, good evening and welcome into Week 5 of the Highlight Zone. I'm Dave Ciseski, but also with Justin Dirks here, our new friend. Justin, first off, welcome to Mid-Michigan. And what a first week to jump into things. They're heating up on the court right now as we approach the postseason. We got a lot of good matchups tonight, Justin.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Dave. Excited to be here. What a first game of the week for me. We've got the top two teams in the Flint Metro League Stars division squaring off a pair of 12-win squads in a rematch from last season when the Martians handled the Blue Devils 70-46. But tonight, the Blue Devils are looking for revenge. It's the Martians and the Blue Devils in our game of the week. Senior night inside Goodrich High School. Blue Devils looking for revenge, losing to the Martians earlier this season. They need this one to stay in contention for that top seed in the Flint Metro League Stars. First quarter, sophomore Isaac Valley gets the steal. He goes coast to coast for the first basket of the game, and the home team goes up 2-0. On the other end, Smith, he's going to get the kick out on the perimeter. He's going to drain this three. Lake Fenton going pound for pound in the shot game. Later, senior Miles Washington drives the lane, showing the physicality for the three-point play. Martians are fired up early in this one. Now, more fast break points with quick passing leading to a three from the corner. Junior Colt Maynard getting it done to go up 10-7 Martians. Now, watch this hustle from Blair, grabbing back-to-back offensive boards. Then he gets the putback off the miss. What a play there. Team high 16 points from him on the night, but it wasn't enough as the Martians get the season sweep to improve to 8-1 in conference play. 58-43 the final in that one to put Goodrich at 13-5 overall this season. And the girls hit the floor right before their senior night as well, getting introduced with the parents. Look at that, that's great. And Lake Fenton starts the game shooting free throws for the technical foul of too many seniors on the floor. Now we get to the game. Lady Martians with the stout defense as senior Tanner Schramm deflects the pass and gets the assist to senior Kayla Hairston underneath. But road team fighting back as junior Emma Highfield grabs the miss in the paint for the put-back reverse. Very nice. Lake Fenton down 7-4. Goodrich girls making it look easy though as Baylor Lohinger hits the no-look pass baseline for the diamond dish with Kaylee Eckhoff getting the finish. And number 4 wasn't done yet. She gets a block on defense and then hustles down the floor, and she's gonna get open in the corner here. Nice passing on the perimeter, and she's gonna make a 3-ball here. That's money. Goodrich cannot be stopped. Lady Blue Devils trying to stay in this one early though with the shot from deep by Jaden Kerr. But the Goodrich girls, you know, that's too good tonight and every night. Pulling away in the second to get the win, 72-25 your final. That's not a typo, ladies and gentlemen. Lady Martians remain undefeated at 17-0.
Hey, over to Flushing, where the Raiders have fired off 9 straight wins and they've locked up the Flint Metro League stripes. Tonight, they host the Sword Street Dragons. First quarter, the ball finds its way to Andrew Fisher, and he's going to splash in the triple. Raiders take the 5-2 lead early. Second quarter, Dragons down 6 when Dane Redledge bounces it to Marquel Dillard, who puts in the floater in the lane, deficit down to 4. Later in the half, Ray Neither. How good is this guy? Takes the rock on the outlet. He'll go right to the bucket for the hoop and the harm. Raiders up 14-10. The first time these two matched up, the Dragons took this game in overtime. Tonight, they battle again off the screen. It's King Powell driving like royalty to the hoop for the 2 on the nice finish. And then Powell once again showing off the quick first step. Looking like Justin Dirks out there. Another bucket, but they say defense wins titles, and Andrew Valerio showing why this team's so good with the steal and the coast-to-coast lay-in. Flushing wins on senior night 49-48 in a tight one. It was a good one. Now how about the Flint's all-time leading scorer in points, Avery Zinn, and the Genesee Wolves on the road taking on IAF. We picked this one up in the third. All Wolves off the miss. Zinn flies in the lane and takes the pass to the hole for 2 of her game-high 52 points, 16 steals, and 9 boards. This is like NBA Live. A couple possessions later, Wolves' Caprice Minor with the steal and pass up to Zinn, who goes all the way in for the finger roll. Forced to be reckoned with, Flint. Later in the half, Genesee showing off the passing. Zinn over to Anijah Johnson, over to Minor, who puts it in, and the foul. Everything clicking for the Wolves. And we know she can score, but Zinn this time with a cross-court dart to Minor, who connects in the jumper. Nothing but nylon. Genesee wins big, 73-30. They improved to 12-4. It's time to take a quick break, but when we return, we got plenty more highlights, including a battle of 13-win squads from the top of the Saginaw Valley South. Catch those highlights and more next.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. Now it's time for another boys matchup between two top conference teams. Bobcats, winners of 7 in their last 10, looking to lock up that top spot in the Saginaw Valley South tonight and remain undefeated in conference play. But sharp-shooting Charger squad is in town as Powers hopes to be the first to take down the Bobcats in the SVL South. To the Tartoni Athletic Center we go for senior night. I think I said that right. Student section fired up for their Bobcats, and rightfully so, because look at the score at the start of the fourth. Home team rolling as sophomore Emmanuel Cooley gets the ball on the perimeter to find sophomore Jay Stinson open under the rack on the no-look dime. That's a play of the night nominee right there, Dave.
Good.
But Powers is persistent as freshman Anthony Stevenson hits the bounce pass to the corner for senior Andrew Caldwell. He buries it to cut the deficit to 22. But the Bobcats showing why they are a top team in the state. Sophomore Max O'Mara with the physicality down low. Home team up 50-30, but Chargers doing what they do best, moving the ball around the arc to find junior Eli Sturgis. Hits the fake and the step back. Nice
Smooth
shot,
shooter.
but shooting wasn't there tonight. Usually there, but especially with a defense like this from senior Tay Looney coming up with a loose ball off the deflection. He lays it in, and this Bobcats defense isn't stopping anytime soon. Senior Gio Cannon comes up with the steal and the bucket at the other end. This Grand Blanc team is so fun to watch, Dave. 62-34 your final. Grand Blanc grabs win number 14 on the season, improves to 8-0 in conference action. Now we've got a Tri-Valley Blue matchup. Nobel Catholic Central Panthers taking on the Carrollton Cavaliers. We pick it up in the second half. Panthers with an 8-point lead. That lead would vanish quick though. Carrollton freshman Xavion Perkins gets to put in the Delon Frusen. Puts on the cape, showing he can get it done from 3 and inside. Then another 3. Carter Inman from long range here in the next play. Gets it done. Now under 2 minutes to play we go. It's time for the Panthers to surge as senior Sean Foley goes off the runway. He's going to get the basket there. Then Conrad Warden and RJ Kelly are going to get quick put-in baskets here. That's money. After the Cavs sink 2 free throws, they're going to foul freshman Colby Box, trying to get the ball back after this, and he's going to sink both free throws. Novell is going to get the dub in a close one, 61-57 your final. After the game, we caught up with Box the Baller, who iced the game at the line.
Just make the shot, get the win for my team. Like, we stick to our game plan, and we got the dub. Our goal is to make it to the Breslin Center. We want to win the state championship.
The Panthers take on crosstown rival Saginaw Valley Lutheran on Tuesday.
Well, what a year it's been for the Hemlock Lady Huskies. 13-1 hosting the Ithaca Yellow Jackets in a Tri-Valley Blue clash. First half, senior guard Victoria Hoff uses the dribble, then finds her spot and connects on the smooth jumper near the top of the key. Plenty of that tonight for Hemlock. A couple possessions later for the Jackets, and Riley Skinner finds Libby Maurer in the corner, and she connects on the rainbow triple try. Almost touched the ceiling, showing off the range and touching nothing but net. But the Huskies playing good ball. Kinsley Conger with the up-baked and strong drive to the rack, kissing it off the glass for 2. Nicely done. Later in the half, Ithaca's Emma McCune dribbles into traffic, but then finds Maurer, who drives it to the hoop and gets the shooter's touch on the floater. But Hemlock, just 1 loss in the season and perfect in conference play, and showing why. Hoff with the dagger in the corner for 3. Hemlock wins convincingly, 62-36. They improved to 14-1, playing good basketball to the delight of their head coach.
I think we've gotten some turnovers, but we can play much better defensively, much better, be much more engaged in the game mentally. But the effort's there. We just got to get the mind to match the effort, and then I think we'll be fine. But we're shooting the ball really well from 3, which has helped.
Frankenmuth Eagles have been dominant this season. Tonight, they're on the road against Swan Valley. The Eagles student section taking the luau to the road. The Vikings kids still with the energy with the blackout. Muth won earlier in the season, 66-31. And from the word go, the Eagles star Cash Tedford. How many threes does this guy have in his bag this season? Swish. He would help lead them to a first quarter 19-8 lead. Muth showing they've got some defense to go with that offense. Junior center Matthew Show now with the inside block. That wouldn't be the last of the night. Swan Valley trying to pick up the pace back to back junior Matthew Trevino, and senior Jackson Kench from long range. That's a nice shot, but the Cash Tedford show wasn't over. From the runway here, he'd be the Eagles' leading scorer again with 19 on the night. Eagles want to win big over Swan Valley 54-36 to keep the undefeated streak alive at 17-0 and host Goodrich on Tuesday.
Well, it's time now to check in on our Spotlight scoreboard. How about this upset? Fenton gets their third win on the season over 8-win Linden, 52-50. That's a close one. Hemedy Hawks take care of business over the Tigers of Bendel tonight, 71-46. Birch Run wins game number 16 on the year, defeating Byron, 56-51. A lot of close matchups tonight. Dow unable to come back on Mount Pleasant, who wins 72-63. Oilers improving to 14-4 on the year. And Saginaw Heritage showing their dominance tonight. They usually do over Bay City Central, winning 92-28. 92-28. Wow. And Kersley with 61-48 win behind 19 points from Bryson Evans with the win. The Hornets are back in the championship bracket in the Flint Metro League.
All right, we got a good one here.
And then Fan Zone.
Fan Zone is back for another week, but
I love it.
We got the highlight of the night first here.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
don't you show us what this highlight of the night is
my
here?
My bad. My apologies. Highlight of the night. Manuel Cooley had it last week with his buzzer beat over Saginaw United at the end of the game. They beat him there. How about this? Dive. Look at that. No look pass inside. You gotta love that. This guy is a leader vocally on the court always, dishing dimes, making game winner buckets. You gotta love this kid. That's our highlight of the night. Sophomore Manuel Cooley from Grand Blanc.
How about Fan Zone? Back for another week in the highlight zone. And last week, the win went to Grand Blanc, who came away with just 46% of the vote, narrowly edging out Flushing at 45% with the win. Grand Blanc, they punched their ticket. Now we turn the page this week. We're calling on the student sections in Nouvelle Catholic, Swan Valley, and Frankenmuth. Bring the heat. Go to abc12.com/fanzone. And that's going to do it for week 5 of the highlight zone. Hard to believe we've only got a couple weeks left in the regular season. That just means more closer games, postseason, right around the corner. Justin, did you have some fun tonight?
I did. I had a great time. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's time to play your best basketball right now, so we'll have some great highlights down the stretch. I can't wait for it, Dave.
Hey, we'll be back here.
I got some tomorrow. We got wrestling, Powers Hockey taking on Detroit